there. I had gotten some messages from a few of my subscribers who wanted to see my glass collection, and so here it is. I have a cabinet here, and I also have an identical cabinet next to it filled with glass. And remember, I'm just one person. I don't do classes or sell my art. This is all just personal stuff. But anyway, so in this cabinet, I pretty much have the bottom 3 shelves are all just different colors of glass, and some are so beautiful. This is just glass that I found at garage sales and thrift stores that I've broken up myself and tumbled. And some of these colors are so beautiful. This is a beautiful blue, and I have, this is a light blue. And believe it or not, these containers are all, I have tons of them. They were cat treat containers. I have 6 cats, believe it or not. And some of these colors are so beautiful. The greens, and I have multiple of each. And then these are what I call glass crumbs. So when you tumble the glass or break it up, some of it breaks up into little teeny tiny pieces. And those I use for different things, so I save them separate in separate jars. And I have a couple of containers of the pink. This is so pretty. The only problem with the pink is I know it looks very colorful here, but when you look at it separate and then put resin on top of it, it becomes it's translucent as it is, but it becomes very translucent. So the darker that the colors are when you're doing glass projects, and if you do choose to put resin over it, the more it's visible. So I'm just going to bring the camera over so you can see closer. And on this wall here, I have all my different little glass crumbs, and most of the stuff on this side is all store-bought, except for some of it is tumbled. This pink is all tumbled. The green is tumbled glass. But some of it is glass that I've broken up myself and then colored with either the Krylon stained glass spray paints, or sometimes I will use the alcohol inks to color the glass also. Better if I just hold the camera. So on this side, I have all the different colors. A little bit of jewelry up in there too. And then on the very top shelf, I have a lot of store-bought beads and the half gems. I never know what to call those. They're the little round ones. And then if you go over on this side on the top, I have more of the same. And then when we go down, this blue glass is just gorgeous. And this is really dark. It shows up really nice on a project. This blue glass is just beautiful. It shows up really nice on a project. And this is some crushed glass, and I purchased this. This has gold on it. It's real pretty. And this is some of my purple. That's kind of hard to find, the purple glass. So if you watch, one of my first videos, I talk about the different glass and what glass to use when you're tumbling glass. This is some pretty red. Red is another one that's hard to find. A lot of red vases are really painted, and it's very difficult to tell. This is a beautiful blue color here. And anyway, with the red, a lot of them are painted, and when you tumble it, they come out clear. And these are gorgeous green blues. It's a little bit of a mixture. And there's some more of my crumbs. I call them crumbs, and then some more green. And then this glass here is actually glass that you can purchase. Let me see if I can open it with one hand. You can purchase at the store, like Michael's. And don't try tumbling it though, because the color will come out. I've tried it because I thought, oh, that looks pretty nice. I like that pink color. Let me tumble it and just get it a little smoother on the edges. And well, the color totally came out of it. So you can get it in purples. I think they mass produce this. They get big sheets of glass and they crack it, and then they, I don't know if they partially tumble it. It almost looks like. And then they spray it with a color. But, I mean, this would look really pretty in art projects if you want to do some kind of coastal projects. And then this is my yellow. So I'm coming up with a project with sunflowers. And the yellow, I tell you I don't have any yellow. I really do, but this yellow is just not the same. I'll show you my yellow that I ended up spray painting. I'm just going to show you a little bit of it. See how bright that yellow is? I'll have to bring it over so you can see the difference. See the difference? Yeah. So that's why I ended up spray painting it. So that is this side of the room with all the glass. And then I have glass on top that will be broken up sooner or later. Some of it can be tumbled, some of it can't. It has to be used in broken glass projects that aren't tumbled. And then on this side, I'm gonna shift the light over, is another cabinet full of glass. And let me open it. So this side here, the bottom has different colored glass. This glass here is really neat. So when you break up glass, it breaks up in all different ways. And this entire container, which is probably close to a foot tall, has all these long pieces of glass like this. It is so cool. And you could use these for butterflies or dragonflies or, you know, anything like that, or the petals on flowers. But it is just the coolest glass, I think. I've got it in purples and blues and green. And I'm just gonna move that over. And this glass here is, oh gosh, glass I found at a garage sale. It's so cool. And there's even some gold ones in there. Do you see how pretty that glass is? So that, the color is through and through it. It didn't come out in the tumble. I'm trying to see where I can hold it so you can see how pretty that is. It's really has some shimmer to it. So this container has two different kinds, the gold glass and then the multicolored with the black and white on it. And then there's some pretty blue glass. And all of these in the very back on the bottom are my glass crumbs, as I call them. I'll go over on this side. You can see on the bottom, all little pieces of glass. And I'm doing a project now where I had to sift through them and get all the tiny little blue ones out. And this glass here is, oh, this is so cool. I'm doing something with this now too. And this broke up where the color stayed in the middle, but the edges are clear, which is really neat. I thought that was different. I think this might be a beer bottle, the brown. And anyway, those are just all crumbs on the bottom. And then you look up at the second shelf, and these are all bigger pieces of glass. And I don't know if you can see, but this is a real pretty pink. Pinks and blues and amber. The amber is beautiful. Let me go on to this side. Back to the other side. And there's some more pinks and blues and greens. This is the I told a story in one of my videos about the this was a candlestick that a lady was selling at a garage sale. It was an antique one, and I don't think that piece goes with it. I don't know what that's from, but it was an antique candlestick, and it had a crack in it, and it was her grandmother's, and she was selling it for $1. And she, I said, well, you know, she said it has a crack. I said, well, yeah, that's okay. I break it up anyway. And I was explaining that I tumble glass. Now, normally I don't tell people that I'm cracking up their grandmother's, you know, dishes or anything, but I didn't feel bad because this was already cracked up. And so anyway, she was asking me questions, and she was interested in tumbling glass. And that's really one of the reasons I started the YouTube channel, because so many people have so many questions, and I would have really been having to learn it on my own, the different art forms, because you see it on Etsy and Pinterest, people selling it or displaying it, but nobody explains to you how to do it. So I thought, as long as I'm going on this journey, I might as well show everybody else what it's all about, and maybe they could learn and not have to make as many mistakes as I'm making. Anyway, so on this shelf, like I said, there's more of that glass. And then up here, I have different shells and driftwood and sand and all sorts of things. And then at the very top, I have pottery and stones. And this is where my clear glass is. And I have quite a bit of clear glass, but it comes in handy when you're when you don't have a color you need. You can spray it with the Krylon sea glass or stained glass spray paint. And I have a video on that one. I think it was my second video showing you how the colors turn out. Anyway, I have 4 containers of the clear glass. As you can see, there's one. There's 3 more up there. But then, if you look around on the other side of my room, I just took out of my 65-pound tumbler all of this glass here, all clear glass. And these are the crumbs from it that are left. And these are just the larger pieces. And then I'm trying to think, I have more glass somewhere in my closet. Huh. So this is my storage closet, which I had redone just a little while ago. Anyway, this glass here, this is gorgeous too. This blue glass is a big container of this blue glass. Just didn't have anywhere to put it. And then this is that celestial fire glass that I have, and the celestial fire glass that I painted with the iridescent medium. So besides glass, I also collect jewelry that I find at thrift stores and garage sales. And I really don't wear jewelry myself. I just wear my wedding rings. I don't even wear earrings, but I love these brooches. And I kind of have it all categorized in gold and silver jewelry, and I have quite a bit of it. Once in a while I'll put a necklace on, I guess. These are all silver. And I actually have this sped up because I have so much to show you. And these are just a bunch different colors. And in addition to that, in that box, I have in the top part, there's I guess a bunch of different glitter and that tube confetti that I talked about so much when I was making the Christmas projects. Tube confetti and glitter and just different things like that. Just another place to store it, because I have so much of it. And then this bottom cabinet is just filled with more jewelry. Once in a while when I go to a garage sale, I mean, this is just all costume jewelry, but once in a while you will find something good in the mix. One time I found a gold necklace with turquoise. If I was into resale, which a lot of people make a lot of money off of, so these gold ones that I have here, I was actually at an estate sale, and I think I've told this story. I was at an estate sale, and the lady was an egg decorator. I thought the lady said she was an eggerator. I thought an eggerator was an egg decorator. I don't know. But she had all this gold stuff, and so pretty. You can't tell by looking at it here, but there's little butterflies and hearts and all intricate pieces of gold things that she, I guess, decorated the eggs with, and I've used it in multiple projects, and there's actually more, I think, in one of the other cabinets I'll show you later that I got from her. And these containers are actually left over from Girl Scouts. I used to do Girl Scouts. That container and this one here is all jewelry I haven't gone through yet. This was a big clump in a box that I bought from somebody for $5. I guess they were too lazy to sort it out, but I have found some good things in there. Oh, here's a heart. Valentine's Day was coming up, so I guess I was going through the hearts. And just a whole bunch of stuff. One of these days I'll go through that. But there's some neat stuff in there, and I have pulled a few things out already and used them in projects. But this whole side has jewelry, and I believe the other side does too. The container that has the purple handle on it that I said had to do with jewelry with Girl Scouts, I've had for many, many years, because obviously I haven't been involved in Girl Scouts for a while. And that was all glass, specialty glass that I've painted or something. And here's some more jewelry, more brooches and earrings, just so much stuff. But I do have it. It is organized chaos. And on the other side here I have, of course, more jewelry, beads, lots of sparkly beads, more beads. I don't know what, more beads. I think those strings of pearls were from that lady also. This stuff, this whole container here with all the gold was also from that estate sale, the lady who was the eggerator or egg decorator, whatever she was, that I got. And this is more, this is actually jewelry making stuff, and that's stained glass that I have. Since then I've even collected some more stained glass. That's all crushed glass from Michael's. A lot of that I'll color with the stained glass spray paint. And this here is some more specialty glass. This is real cool glass. I kind of forgot I had that. The beautiful red and blue. It came out in long pieces. And this is a bunch of stained glass. Those are some leaves I made to make some hydrangea leaves. And then in here I have some more crushed or broken glass that I've gotten from Michael's. And this is more glass. Gosh, I guess I didn't have enough containers for them, so I stuck it down there. And more, of course, more glass again. And this is that gold that I have. I already used that in a project. That's the one I had problems with that I had to rinse off because it was leaving some residue behind with the hearts at Valentine's Day. And then I have another cabinet over here, and glass up on top, more glass up on top. And then down in the bottom here, this is mainly resin, stuff for resin and mixing things, spoons and whatnot. But way in the back I have a broken glass. This is all broken glass that you can't tumble, because if you tumbled it, the color would come out of it. Oh, and that's stained glass stems. And this is more broken glass that I've already colored green, pretty red broken glass. That's some stained glass. Lots of glass. Those are some tumbled glass that I'm going to use for hydrangeas in a future project. This is just more tumbled glass, and this beautiful amber tumbled glass. I need to do something with that. And this other side is just gloves and resin coloring, or stuff that you can paint glass with, mica, metallic alcohol ink, and different things, and my gold paint pen and stained glass tools, and that's really about it in the cabinets. I'll take you out to the garage and you can see my tumblers. I had to move the cars out so that you were able to get to the tumblers even, because it's so crowded in there with them. But that's my 65-pound tumbler. And the other one with the red, that still has some red on the barrel, is the 40-pound MJR tumbler. And boy, do they hold a lot of glass. So on this side, these are my other two tumblers. These are my smaller ones. This is the Dan and Darcy one, and this is the National Geographic's one. And you can see the difference in the size of the barrel. It's a lot bigger. So here I'm putting my hand. Here, I'll hold this one in my hand. So this, I would say, holds twice as much. See if you can see it. Yeah, about twice as much as the Dan and Darcy one. So this is a real good one to start with because it holds more. This really doesn't hold that much. I'll use it if I'm doing a small amount of pottery or something. But really, this National Geographic's one is a great one. And I believe I have that linked under my description of where it shows all the tumblers that I have. So these shelves are super crowded, mainly stuffed with glass. This bottom container has the majority of my pottery in it, and I just keep it down there shoved under the bottom. And then up at the top, there's a bunch of glass. I just cracked up a bunch of red glass, so all my red glass is missing, I guess. And some of this glass can be tumbled. Some of this you can't tumble it because the color will come out of it. Like that gold one and that, I'm not sure if that blue one, if that would stay in or not. I don't think so. And just more glass, piles and piles of it sitting on top of each other, just waiting to be broken up. That pink one is real pretty. All this is garage sales and thrift stores. You can tell which the ones are from thrift stores because they have actual price tags on them. And yeah, that's a real pretty piece of glass. I don't know if that'll come out in a tumble or not. I know this won't stay on if you tumble it. But Goodwill is great because every week a different color tag goes on sale. So a lot of times you can get whatever the price is, you get it for half price, 50% off. One color, different color every week. They kind of try to cycle everything out of there. And this is just one plate stacked on top of the other. More glass, more glass. This is a real pretty, I think there's actually a candle inside of that. But different plates. And this box is just full of glass. This vase, this amber one, is so cool. I love the way that there's the ripples in it. I'm trying to think if I can cut it sideways and make it into some kind of flower. But here's more as a laundry basket, just full of glass. All different glass just piled on top of each other. It's amazing how much one person can collect. And then on the other side, the other shelf that has my two small tumblers, I have a bunch of picture frames that I've collected there. I've got a microwave there too. The microwave, I was actually going to try to do some glass fusing. I bought a microwave kiln, but I don't know. They're just so small you can't do much with it. So now you know where I got the name Crazy Glass Lady from. So today's Saturday and I'm going to garage sales. Thanks for watching.